Hi, my name's Steve Rayner. I'm the Senior Tutor and Tutor for Graduates here at Somerville, which means that it's my job to oversee the admissions process for undergraduate applications to the college and to Oxford. I don't actually pick any of the individual applicants. That's the decision of individual subject tutors, but I do try to make sure that we've got everything in place to run a fair admission system and see that the process runs smoothly. So if you've got any questions about the application process itself, whatever subject you're applying in, then feel free to ask away, and I'll be very happy to try and fill you in. Whilst my personal background is in physics, specifically astronomy, I oversee all the subjects that Somerville admits for, so far away on questions about the admissions process for English or history or chemistry or medicine or whatever. I'd be very happy to hear from you. I'm delighted you're, by watching this, at least considering maybe applying to Somerville. We really want as many people as possible to think of our fantastic college as possibly the right one for them, because it is.
Hello everyone, I'm Jo and I'm Somerville's Welfare Officer. I coordinate the college's well-established welfare team who are all here to help with life's ups and downs. We're all trained to support you in a non-judgmental way and we'll do our best to help. I've worked at Somerville for over 10 years, so can help students with all sorts of problems. And while I'm not an expert on every possible welfare problem you might have, I'll definitely know someone who is. I and the whole welfare team believe that seeking help is always the start of sorting out an issue and never a sign of weakness. We understand that sometimes it can be hard to navigate the choppy waters of student life, and we'll do our best to provide some assistance from the shoreline if we can. Other members of the welfare team include our college nurse, who is usually on site every day during term time, and our junior deans, who are available to provide crisis support overnight and at the weekends. We also have a college counsellor available to see students on site a few hours a week, and we have close links with doctors at the nearby Jericho Health Centre. All students are also allocated a personal tutor who can talk to them about anything that's bothering them, so there are plenty of people to help. But it's also worth noting that the majority of our students go through their studies at Oxford without any interaction with the welfare team because they don't have any concerns, but we're here just in case you do. I hope you enjoy the other videos on the virtual open day and wish you the best of luck with your applications.
Hello, my name is Anne and I'm the college librarian. Here at Somerville, we're lucky enough to have one of the biggest and best stocked libraries amongst all the college libraries in Oxford. We have over 120,000 volumes and they're all available for Somerville College students' exclusive use. We're open 24 hours a day and you can borrow as many books from us as you want to, and you can keep them for a term at a time. We have a lovely big space for you to work in with a variety of study areas. So that ranges from large tables to individual study carrels and of course a group study room. At Somerville Library we pride ourselves on being very responsive to students' needs. So whether you need us to get extra copies of your key textbook or you need a particular book for your dissertation, please just get in touch with us and we can usually give you a positive response. Also, if you have any queries, so if you are having difficulty getting hold of electronic resources or finding journal articles for your thesis or essay, or just having problems with the printer, just get in touch with us again and we're there all day to help you with those queries. Many students spend a good part of their university career in our library, and we're aiming to make that experience for you as productive and as pleasurable as we can. We look forward to seeing you.
Hello and welcome to Somerville. I'm Claire Cockcroft and I'm the director of the Margaret Thatcher Scholarship Programme. I read biochemistry at Somerville in the 90s and I'm delighted to be back supporting the academic and personal development of our students. In addition to managing the scholarships and mentoring our scholars, I also run the Student Development Programme. This is a termly series of seminars and skills training offered to the whole student community. These sessions have been designed in consultation with our students to support academic skills, well-being, time management, to develop transferable skills, as well as advising students on CVs, internships and career options. We also organise sessions on enterprise and entrepreneurship with opportunities for students to take their ideas to university enterprise competitions. I'm going to hand over to some of our students who can tell you a little bit more about this unique offering at Somerville.
The development programme is really cool because you can learn so much within an hour, and Claire spends hours putting stuff together for us and organises for experts within particular fields to talk to us, so it's a really accessible way of finding information. Also, it's super convenient because it's literally just in Somerville, and it can be a nice way to break up your day as well because you're still doing something productive but it isn't necessarily work. It's also a good place to find answers to silly questions or things that you don't necessarily know who to ask, like how do I get into a sleep routine, or how can I manage my time better, or how am I actually supposed to be writing these essays. We've had workshops on all of those this year, so those are really useful, particularly for first years.
Somerville provides great support for students in exploring various career avenues and then guiding them in the first steps down these pathways. This may come in the form of one-to-one discussions with Claire, or perhaps panel discussions. There was one recent panel discussion which was really interesting on international development. It hosted a number of old Somervillians and explored some of their unique experiences in the field. It broke down a lot of the myths surrounding the industry and demonstrated just how broad it was.
The Somerville Development Programme is a really cool series of events organised by Claire for the student body of Somerville. You can learn about things you were always interested in but never really got a hand on them, like for myself this was entrepreneurship. You can learn about things that you've never been in contact with and will most likely never get in contact. For myself as a medical scientist, this was, for example, an interesting panel discussion on international development. So there was a really interesting session on how to avoid procrastination, which I think is even more important during a crisis like the current one, where you're stuck in this room basically here and you need to stay focused on your work. And my favorite event was probably on the science of sleep, and I enjoyed it so much that I then decided to run this event again for the students of the medical science division, which was also a great success.
So the development programme has been really helpful, we love it a lot, and it's unique to Somerville, so you should definitely take full advantage of it next year if you do choose to come to Somerville, which you absolutely should.